Well, it's Tuesday, y'all. We're back together for our creative time. I'm not gonna say hour, because I don't have an hour today. But if you join, please say hello. I'm gonna roll over so I can see it. Share it with your friends. This side is looking a little. So we have some just brutalness as far as like water flooding going on here, and we have all had to reduce our usage of water, and so there you go. So I'm lazy this morning. I just went curly. It's probably going to be up before the end of the day. Anyway, when you join, say hello. Lots of fun things to talk about. First of all, we have a class on Thursday night. If you are local, I'd love for you to come. I'm going to show you two versions I have in front of me, and I have a few spots left, so go in there and grab those. Here is this one. Look at these colors. Aren't these gorgeous? And then here's this one. It's kind of like the shop colors. Can y'all hear that? So we're putting up railing for the front of the shop today. That's what that noise is. Let me set these aside. If it gets annoying, just let me know. And I'll come on again. Okay. So, can y'all hear that? Let me know. Good morning. Yay! Good morning, good morning. Can you hear that? What are you doing in Istanbul? Pat, what? Why don't we talk about this trip? I've been to Turkey. I haven't been to Istanbul, but I've been to Turkey. We should have talked about that. Yeah, fun. Well, you have a good time. We are doing, what are we doing? We are totally, I'm gonna share some vintage papers that I got. Did y'all see that video? They're so crazy. Okay, I think I put way too much, I put too much hairspray on here because it's crunchy. Yeah, anyway, what time is it there, sweet pea? All right, I'm gonna show you a little bit of the gold. So cool. And it will digitize, which is fun. But let me show you what I'm working with, okay? I'm gonna show you this bucket. This is just one bucket. I've gone through tons of it, but here it is. It says flowers. Flowers. Yeah. So, I've gone through some things. Some I have not gone through. I think I've digitized all these. Look at that. Okay, let's turn it this way. Pat, can you hear the drilling? Look at that. Aren't those glorious? And all kinds of just tons of flowers. Tons and tons and tons. I haven't gone through this box. I'm going to sell what I can. If I have multiples, I will sell. If I don't, like I have a bunch of these on sale on the website. You get 10. And I was thinking, wouldn't this be cute? What if you glued a little toothpick on it? I just think there's lots of things you could do with it. So there's all kinds of yummies down in here I will be digitizing. And if I have multiples, I will be selling. So there is that. And then here's my big bucket. Let me, hang on. I wanted to look at this with you all, okay? So, let me get this open. Okay. There's that one. I need my glasses. Okay.
So take just you.
Yeah, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look at that. Super cute. Look. Look at the little peppers. Look at that. So I haven't even looked in here. Look at that. Look at those cows. Look at that. Oh. What are you doing in Turkey, girl? Look at that. This was somebody who loved papers. Look at these. So I'm just figuring it all out. Just looking at it. Look at that. So I will digitize most of these so that we have them. And we can share them. Yeah. How fun are those? I haven't even, this is the first time I've looked in there. I'm not sure what she's done with them, but she's done notes, same size, 9% smaller. Look how sweet that is. It's good, glad you can't hear it. And he'll be in and out, and I don't know if he even knows about Facebook Live, so I'm just gonna, anyway. Okay, so there's a little bit of that. I'm gonna show you just a little of the gold. And this one. Oh, I'm gonna go really close so you can see that. Okay. Okay, looky at this. Is that not, I don't even know how to express the yumminess of this. Isn't that gorgeous? And I was able to digitize some of this. So, yep. And that's all I know how to do. But it's just so glorious. Like each one. And it's kind of aged. So it's going to be awesome. There we go. Looky there. Looky, look. Okay. Isn't that crazy? All right, let's get to what we're doing. I finally got some new recycled papers. I'm slow to the game. So I am looking, and I have a class today at 11. Look how this one, let's pull back. There we go. That one's glorious. I think this is too big. I just like them. This is incredible. Look at that. So pretty. So pretty. So pretty. But what I'm wanting, let me show you the sizes I want to decoupage on. All right. I have, and here's, I will get these up on the website. I'm gonna do the thing where I'm up in the corner and I've got my wonky eyes on, but sorry, it's just the way it is. There we go. This one, I'll show you the sizes. I have this piece, and this is going to be for my Outlander class, where we're gonna paint sandy stones on this. It's 6 by 12, but it also has a center, but I wanna see, I wanna do something, I just love a long lean one like that. So yeah. And then I have this one that's just left over, I found in my basement. And I got it somewhere, and I painted over it, and we can do, I thought these might work, I don't know, and I think the other one might be too big, but look how sweet, this is like the other one, but it's smaller. It gives you smaller versions, so even that might be cute on that tall, long one. Okay, so I have that one. I'm not sure about the names. I'm getting handrails to the front of the shop, guys. That's what's going on. This is the watercolor one, which I think, isn't that beautiful? I just want to show it to you. I'm not gonna use it for today, but, and I was wondering if maybe one of these, look at that. Isn't that, with the horse, with the cow, wouldn't that be pretty? Like this, you know? It's not quite long enough. But I think there's a long one. Maybe not. Maybe not. I was thinking one of these landscapes down here, but I think not. But wow, wouldn't she be pretty on one? Just drop some stuff. What's new? Or one of these. And I was thinking, or I know which one I was thinking about. Maybe this one would be real pretty, like that. And we will lose the top, but that's okay. I think that might be better than, and then I'll go in and either frame it out, or, I mean, we could do on the inside. I just didn't paint for it. I think I want to do this. Let's just cut this one out and see what we can do with it. And I have 4 of this one. If I take one, I only have 4 of each. So, but that is okay. You all keep shopping, I can buy more. Yes, Saturday was the best Saturday we've had in a long, long time. So I'm so grateful for everybody that came shopping, who popped in, who bought things. It was much appreciated. Because we're just kind of working on things this year, getting 2025 off with a bang. There we go. And this one, what is this one called? I think it's Fine Arts Block. Yes. Okay. So, and this one, maybe we could use the big one on this one, the bigger ones, unless I lost those. I don't know. We'll come back to it. But this one, I want to have, I wonder if it would fit down in this. Well, look at there. It fits just perfectly, doesn't it? Almost perfectly. I wonder if we should do it on this one and then frame it out around it, you know? Put some molds on it to frame it. Ooh, we should do that. When you join, if you're here, say hello. I would love it, because otherwise I don't know you're here. I don't know if you don't say hi to me. Isn't that pretty? I just need to measure. So why do we put white on the back? Why would we do that? Anybody have any ideas? Anybody want to guesstimate? We do that because we want the pure color of the painting to come through. Isn't that just glorious? Yeah. I don't want to lose that tree, so I think we're going to do it here. Okay. And I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm just going to eyeball it. Isn't that the thing to do? So we're going to put our decoupage medium on this, which is DIY Crystal Clear Chandelier, all in one. I have my cellophane over top. I'm going to just spritz my paper with a little water. This is what I'm doing, just so it's a little more pliable. And then got my brush, give it a stir. I'm just going to coat, I'm gonna coat the whole thing, because that way it'll all be the same. I pre-painted these with vintage lint. No, where is it? I think it's vintage linen. Is that what it's called? I think so. Yes, vintage linen in DIY paint. And I'm just going to make sure I have a really good coat right here in the center. So how many of you like to decoupage, or does it scare you to death? Hey Helen, thanks for joining. Good morning, Dee. All right, I'm going to just guesstimate the center to kind of be not there, just a little bit lower. If I hold my tongue just right, I want to make sure we keep the signature. Okay. And then I'm just going to gently roll that down. And because we wet it, it'll give. Look at that, hardly any wrinkles. Well done, me. Huh. Not to brag or anything, but yay. Okay, so then I'm just gonna wrap that back up, and then we're gonna go over it with the crystal clear chandelier. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of cross hatch with my brush. So I will give it the appearance of a painting a little bit, a little texture on there. Wow, that looks good. Now we're gonna put IOD. We're gonna put some IOD, you know, what's it called? Trimmings. That's right, trimmings go around it. Yes. Isn't that a pretty piece? I love the cows. Now I'll probably put this for sale. I'm gonna paint the sides gold, do a gold frame, and there we go. And what I might do is do a couple of cross hatchings with the crystal clear chandelier, go over it a couple of times, and then maybe go over it with, I just want it to be well laid down. I'm gonna do it like this, up and down, and then dry it. I wanted to kind of have that, is it impasto, is that the word? I don't know. Thank you, Dee. I want it to kind of have that texture like it's a painting, if that makes, does that make any sense whatsoever? So I'm gonna do this. I also have a really shiny one because I kind of want it to look like an oil painting as well. You know, mess that up, Beth, why don't you? There we go. So yeah, and it dries clear. I'm amazed. I'm totally, you all know I don't do centered things or even, you know I don't. So, yeah. Go figure. But we'll let that dry, and then I'll go the opposite way. But I don't know if it's gonna show up. Maybe it's just in my head. But I like to, let's get that middle. Isn't that a beautiful, so you can have fine art without the budget, without the price. Because the papers are $6.50. Okay, and there's like, it's almost like $1. This was $3 from Goodwill, y'all. So, and then the clay is probably the most expensive thing we would use. And so we would have $20 in this, plus some, you know, golden ticket. And how fun is that? How fun is that? I love it. And I'll just get one, I'll get one that fits it, that just barely goes over it, and we'll just keep, I want to keep the signature right down there. Okay, so that's cute. Let's put you here. Now we want something to fit onto this, right? Correct. Which, if we took, I think this is one that's similar, we could maybe do that, and then I just paint up and include it. Let's cut that. Or she's glorious as well. Isn't she pretty? And these are all winter scenes. So think about this, y'all, for a Christmas present. Yeah. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna just cut this one. I don't know if we're gonna use it or not because I do have, but I don't know. I kind of like using and then adding the paint to it and it not having a frame around it and just painting the edges gold, kind of like what I like to do. Yes. Yes, yes. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Anybody have ideas? Okay, this one is the spring one, right? Let's move you before we get things all. So this one, like, I want to keep the cows. Maybe do that and cover that. And I will just keep this and use it. Oh, sorry. I will keep this and use it for something else. And then put it down here and then paint upstairs, paint at the top to make it match. And then just paint gold all around this edge. I mean, that could be rather beautiful, could it not? That's an option. Okay, let's think about that. I need your own input. There goes my scissors. Okay, so these are kind of big. We're gonna need a horizontal one. I think that is too much. This, I just feel like we lose so much of it, you know? Yeah. So this is a no. This is a hard no. Save this, because it's glorious. But these are beautiful, y'all. You could do, these are so sweet. They're springy, okay? Let's look at them. They're springy, but you could do all 4 of these onto some kind of canvas and then put them up and you have the cutest little Easter gallery wall. Or you could use them on a mantle. And I've got something really fun coming up about mantles. That's all I'm gonna say right now. But I guess so we could make it part of a gallery. I think this would be just so sweet, wouldn't it? What are y'all thinking? See the little cow, isn't that cute? Maybe. I think we're gonna go with this one and then we'll just have to fill in the top. So I'm gonna mist it with some water. I just like to do that. And I think that's what Royce tells us to do. Sometimes she jumps on here and I was like, oh no, don't let her be on here today. Because I'm the mayor of Goobertown today. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it all the way up so that it will be the same feeling. All right, so I know I want it to be, okay, I'm gonna flip it back. There we go. And I'm just going to lay it down relatively straight here. That's not straight, Beth. There we go. I should really have some cellophane or something. Ooh, I do have something. Here we go. These are good for that. I'm gonna spray it on the front. It's like instant gratification, y'all. It's like instant, you know? It's instant. There's a little wrinkle, but I'm not gonna let that worry me. It is instant gratification. I don't think it's totally off Cricut-wise. And so this side, once it dries, will go in with some sandpaper. And I think this needs a little bit more up here. I didn't put a very good coat on, I don't think. There we go. Maybe there's a good coat down here. Okay. So decoupage, it is not, doesn't have to be hard. I think your first project, you probably want it to be small. I think that would be kind of a smart thing to do, is to do a small project for your first one like this. These boards I'm gonna have and just upcharge them $1 from Amazon, but you can get them. I'll put them in my shop on Amazon. You get like a dozen. They're like $2 each. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's try this a bit. Okay, what time is it? I just have to be off by 10:40 because I have a class at 11 coming. So, well, it's not really a class. 3 little ladies want to come and learn how to do something. So, Tuesdays are slower days. If you want to just come, if you ever want to do that, just let me know. Make an appointment. I love that. And they're just coming in, and we're gonna get this. She goes, I just want to have an experience and be creative in the shop. And I was like, we can totally do that. We can totally do, oopsies. We can totally do that. It's pulling a little bit. Why are you pulling a little bit? You're pulling just a little bit. Don't pull. Maybe the heat is making it pull. It's almost stop. But there we go. Let that dry. How fun is that? Isn't that pretty? It's gonna be really cute. And then I'll finish the top. I'll just add it in, because I love doing that. It's a challenge. Let's see if I can do it. All right. Let's set this aside to dry somewhere. I was gonna show you one more thing. I don't remember what else I was gonna show you all. What was I gonna do? I don't remember. Did I say? Oh, yeah, I do. I remember now. Getting our handrails. So I don't know. This is something I knew I found at Dollar Tree for making, for, you know, for you know what I'm talking about. Junk journals. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna just wrap this in this real quick because I don't want it to dry, and if it dries, it'll be messed up. Okay, so I don't really have anything here. It's not aged, but think about aging it. This is what I'm gonna do for aging. This is my oxide, so it likes water, you know. And if I had my, I'm just gonna go around like this. If I had my glass, I would totally do it, but I didn't grab it today. So there you go. I'm just kind of putting it all over like this. And then I'm hoping I can spritz it a bit, and it might move the inks around on it. Yeah, to make it like it's old. You don't have to use coffee. If you've got the ink oxides, you can totally do that. I'm just gonna add that in. And then we'll spritz that with water. See if we can't get that to smear a bit. And you get a whole stack for $1.25, and the back is just as cute. Oh, this is totally different. It's got 2 different kinds of time things. This is 2-sided. Oh my gosh, look at that's 2-sided. And then this is, there's 3 different kinds. In out punch cards. Yeah. We're getting handrails on the front. That's exciting. We've been needing that. Okay, any questions about the decoupage papers, or you can put them on books. I watched a really fun video this morning. She got some Dollar Tree books, and she was making them so cute. Good morning, Tammy. She was making them really cute for Easter, and she was using some of the spring papers to put on there. I'm just drying it a bit, and this is just ink oxide, but I'd like to get it a little dry. Is that a paper towel? Maybe. No, it's a tissue. Maybe a used one, but I'm just going to do that so that I can get a little faster. You know, what'd be fun is to have like a ring on it, like somebody sat down, like a coffee ring or something. Let's see if that does anything. So yeah, any questions about anything, let me know. And I love what water does to paper, I'll be honest with you. It does some fun stuff to paper. This is burning me up. I'm having a hot flash. You can also iron it. Pat, if you're still on here, send me a text or whatever you need to. I'm on WhatsApp, or send me a message somewhere that's free and tell me what you're doing in Turkey. I want to know. Hello, Helen. Did I say hi to you? I'm sorry if I didn't. Hello, hello. I didn't. Did I say good morning to you? I don't even know if I did or not. Okay, look at that. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that kind of cool? So let's compare the first one. Wouldn't this be neat to use in a journal? Look at that, the difference. So you can go in and make it look old. Use coffee. I used instant coffee. You could use this again, you know? This is a little wet from before. Just gonna do the edges. And then you just go back in with some water. It may not, because it's, oh yeah, it's moving. This oxide stuff is like magic, isn't it? Magic. It's like magic. Magic. It's like magic. Yeah. And then you've got an age piece. Let's say you don't want to age a bunch. You know? I just saw this was a last minute grab at the Dollar Tree yesterday because I was buying stuff we needed, like for projects and for this class today. So yeah. How fun would this be to put in a journal? I think really fun. There we go. You could also use another color. You could use like a gray or something if you wanted to. Or a blue if you didn't want it to be vintage. So let's go solo. You could do lots of things. Think about it. You could be so creative. All right, I'm going, oh, one more thing to show you that I got at the Dollar Tree. Just, this was a bag of these little flowers. Look at that. I just thought, wouldn't that be fun to embellish? You could go in, you could color them, you could age them. They would be so cute, like with, you know, when if you did a whole thing and then topped it with these. I'm always looking for toppers for little, you know, what are those little things that you just put on top and it's so good on a Stip-It roll? You cut it, you put little things on there, and it's just like a little round thing, and I know what it's called. I just can't think of it, but look at the difference. You watched it happen. And this has so much more interest. But if you don't want vintage, do pink, do blue, do turquoise, do orange. Do your colors. You don't have to do vintage colors. I just like to. But you could easily turn this into a pocket. It could be a tag. It could be a belly band, and then embellish all on the front of it. So much fun. So all I'm asking is for y'all to look at what you're around and think, can I do something with that? Yeah. Yes, you could. So this one, look at it from here. Isn't that pretty? I'm just gonna choose one of the molds that'll fit, not this size, but the larger size, and just put it all the way around. It's gonna be fabulous. And paint it gold with golden ticket probably, or that stinky gold paint. I don't know. I don't know if I've got any around. So, okay, this is what I did today. This morning at 8 o'clock, I went to see my dentist because they had to do these deep kind of looks at your teeth. I don't know what is better than an x-ray. Not exactly sure because I have to have a crown. It's my first crown. And then at 9, I had a doctor's appointment. And then at 10, I had my appointment with you all. And then at 11, I have an appointment with these 3 ladies coming to see me. And then I have the rest of the day. And hopefully we'll be busy with customers. So we shall see. And we're doing stuff around the shop. Changes are coming. So different things. All good. Totally good. Totally good stuff. Oh, you're welcome, Dee. My pleasure. I will have the Roy Cycle papers up today after my class at 11. So probably I'll start on that about 1-ish. So that should be fun. And then also right now I have the little ones. I have them up, the little flowers, the little heart flowers. I have those. I have the pink ones up on the website. There's some purple ones. I think they're like violets. They're coming as well. And so yeah, if I can sell them, if I can make them, if I can put them in packets, I will be more than happy to share them with you all. Okay, because they're so cool. And that's not even half of it. So much more. Okay, I gotta pop off because I'm gonna make some space. I gotta put all my cameras up, you know, because I have cameras everywhere. I have the cameras here, and then I have lights, big lights, and all that fun stuff. Let's see, I'll see you next Tuesday at 10. And if my Tuesdays keep being like this, we may make them Wednesdays. I'm not sure. Midweek. If you watch this in the replay, please say hello. I'd love to see that. I'm looking to see if I have any pictures on here I should tell you all about. We still have a few of these bags and our summer bags, which says lollygag, sweet tea and lollygagging. How fun is that? And then we have, what am I looking for? I am still working on my office, so I want y'all to know I'm gonna take you along for that. I'm gonna be doing a lot of things in my home that I want to take you along for. So I originally was gonna do that in January, but I didn't. So I'm probably gonna start it this month if I can. I'm gonna do my mantle, and I want you all to be a part of that. So I redid the urns, and now I've got to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. So I'll share a picture, and I'll be talking about that, and then I will either have a video or I'll be showing how to do a live with it, probably a video. So I'm gonna do all that at home so I can just record it and not really, you know, have to take everything. All right, y'all be blessed. Have a great day, and come see me if you can.